Because with all these injuries, right now, there's reports about what lineup are we going to put out there, more so at the back against Liverpool. Nobody really cares about the Leganes match because you can experiment against a team like that. But against Liverpool, going into Anfield, arguably the best team in Europe on form right now, it is a serious question on how will Madrid line up. Now, I want to show you guys what the expected back line is going to look like at Anfield. So, by that time, hopefully, Courtois is fit. But, look at this back four. Oh my goodness. God bless Fede Valverde. This man is a utility player at its finest. This guy is the heart and soul of Real Madrid. He's always fit, and he plays anywhere he's asked. If you need Fede Valverde to play DM, he's there. Center mid, he's there. Right wing, he's there. And I hope that he's ready to play right back. Because I'm telling you right now, everybody that's talking about the academy players, Jesus Fortia, look, that's fantastic. And I think that kid should get some opportunities. But if you think Carlo Ancelotti is going to play that kid from the academy at right back against Liverpool, you are sadly mistaken. Valverde will be at right back for the foreseeable future, especially in bigger games, at least until Vazquez returns. Now, Raul Asensio, Rudiger, center back pairing, I think you don't have no other choice. If it's not Raul Asensio, it's Vallejo. You want to see Vallejo play against Liverpool? I don't. And I think Asensio did a really good job against Osasuna. He had a very good debut. So he must start. And trust me, the only reason that Carlo is going to be playing this kid from the academy is because he has no choice. We know Carlo does not trust young players like that. He has no choice but to start Asensio. And I'm excited to see how this guy develops because I don't watch the academy. I don't pay attention to it that much. So when Raul Asensio got subbed on after Militao went down, I didn't really have an opinion on it because I didn't watch him like that. But seeing how good he looked on the ball, seeing the way that he was able to get that assist for Jude, to have the vision and the skills to get that pass off, and how solid he looked defensively. I'm like, yo, bro, that's how you make a debut. That's how you get everybody's attention. Obviously, Rudiger is going to be starting. And then Mendy, they're saying maybe at left back. Now, I know that there's some people that do want Ferland Mendy dropped. I think there are people who want Fran Garcia out there. But the thing is, do you trust Fran Garcia to be responsible for defending Mohamed Salah? Are you crazy? I rate Fran Garcia. I think he is a very good left back. But I don't think he's good enough defensively to go against a Mo Salah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mo Salah is arguably the best player in the world. Like, he's in that conversation. If you put Fran Garcia out there against him, he will get cooked differently. Mendy, yeah, his form has dipped this season. But at the same time, what are you expecting to happen in this game against Liverpool? We're going to need a defender that's out there that's good in 1v1. Mendy last season was a monster defensively. This season, his levels have dropped. But so has everyone else's levels have dropped. Nobody's really played that well. So, yeah, I think Mendy does have to start going into Anfield, just for his defensive presence alone. But, yeah, this is actually crazy. This back line does not really make me that confident. But what are we going to do, right? It's not like it's the January window right now. So this is what we have, and we got to just rock with it. Now, I do want to just build what I think Carlo Ancelotti should do. If I'm the manager, with the injuries that I have right now, here's how I would line up. Now, again, I'm not really talking about the Leganes game, the one right before Liverpool, because they're not a team that I rate like that. They're not a team that I think should even be giving us any problems. So in that game, you can afford to experiment. But I'm talking about in the big games. If I was Carlo, here's how I would line up. Now, I do believe that Thibaut Courtois will be back from injury. So I'm going to just put him at goalkeeper because I don't see him still being injured after the international break. Now, look, Valverde. I'm sorry, bro, but you got to play right back. Like, it sucks, right? It sucks that the club didn't do what was required. So now you got to play way out of position. But I do believe that Valverde has the skill set to run right back. I think this guy is good enough defensively, and he's athletic enough to keep up with most teams' wingers. And to be honest, I actually think that Fede Valverde will be a better right back than Lucas Vazquez. I just trust him a lot more. Now, center back for the time being, right? Because we haven't made any signings, so we would need to put in Raul. Chat. I don't think Raul Asensio. Okay. So Raul is not in this database. All right, fair enough. But just keep that in mind. How the hell is he not there? Let me see something real quick. Yeah, bro, he's not there. All right, whatever. We'll leave this blank. But Raul Asensio will go right center back, right? Then Rudiger, I'm not surprised that they don't have him here because he is from our academy. So I wouldn't expect them to have academy players. I think you got to go Mendy at left back. Now in midfield, this is where things got to be a little bit different. So I think Modric has to start because now you're taking Valverde out of that midfield. So Modric must step up. Then, hear me out, chat. I'm going Arda Güler. Arda Güler needs to start. Then give me Camavinga. And I'm going to switch some things around here. And then give me Jude at left mid. And then obviously, right, Vinicius at the top with Mbappe. So, here's how it would look in my head. It's the diamond. So, Camavinga in the 6. Arda in the 10. And then you got Modric and Jude as your 2 8s. And then maybe you could spread out Vinny and Mbappe a little bit. But this is how I think we should be lining up. I think this formation right here gives us perfect balance. Camavinga, right? Very good player. I do prefer Camavinga as an 8 over in 6 because he's so good on the ball. His ball progression is amazing. And I think having Camavinga play as a 6 and have him just focus on defense, it does limit his skill set. But we have no choice. Tchouaméni is not here. Modric, I don't prefer him to start anymore. I'm going to be real. Like, Modric is not a player that I want to see starting a majority of our games. But now that we have to move Valverde to right back because Carvajal and Vazquez are out, who else is going to step up in that midfield? Unless you want to play Brahim there? Maybe. But I think Carlo will opt for Luka Modric. And then Jude, left mid, right? And I feel like he can crash the box still and help defensively, things that he usually does. But the main component here for me is Arda Güler. He has to start. This is a generational talent that we have rotting on the bench week in, week out. And it's really unacceptable the way that Carlo does not give him the minutes that we know he deserves. How is he ever going to develop into the player that we all think he is if you got him sitting on the bench. Arda Güler must play. He must. I think he solves our creativity problems. Because for a majority of our games this season, our midfield has been struggling. We've had no creativity coming from there, which then leads to our attack struggling, not creating that many chances. If you put Arda Güler behind Vinicius and Mbappe, and if you let him be the midfielder that links play with them two, we will cook. I'm telling you this right now, chat. Give this kid a chance, man. Give him some game starting. There's no Rodrygo. So I don't even want to see us running a 4-3-3. I don't want a 3 attack. Now, off the ball, I think this is how we could line up. But on the ball, even if you want Vinicius to spread out a little bit and Mbappe to spread, and then you let Arda Güler occupy this space, he'll be able to hold the ball to allow Jude to crash the box. Like, it's simple. It's not hard. This is the most balanced formation that I think we can run with the injuries. But Mbappe's also got to step up. He's been so mediocre this season. He's not been the player that I thought he would be. Okay? He looks like Mbappe from Wish, Mbappe from Temu. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but his shooting boots are missing. I think his game against Osasuna wasn't the worst. He didn't have as big of an impact as a Vinicius did, but he made some good runs, right? He was involved in the build-up for some of the goals. So I think he will come good for us, but it just needs to happen a lot sooner than later. But yeah, here's how I would line up if I was Carlo with the injuries that we have. Now, again, Raul Asensio is not in the lineup builders database. So it's blank here, but I'm thinking Raul Asensio has to start as of right now. But yeah, I want to see the diamond. I want to see Arda Güler at the top of that diamond. And I think that will cook like that, to be honest with you guys, right? I think this is the best and most balanced formation that we can put out there with all the injuries that we have.